Hello everyone and welcome to the Deep Blue Renegade podcast. My name is Molly, also known as the Deep Blue Renegade, and I'd like to welcome you guys to episode 460. Today is Sunday, March 10th, 2024, and I'm glad you could join me today. It's gonna be weird in a couple weeks. I don't know if I'm entirely ready, but whatever, no big deal. I'm recording from a new computer today, so hopefully I can figure out how to get some of my project bits over from the other computer to this one. It's also been like medium level frustrating because it's been medium level frustrating because I've wanted to transfer files from my other computer, but for some reason it's not working. But we'll get it figured out eventually. Let's see, what else? We switched the clocks today, so that was also interesting. So perhaps it is temporarily get to sleep in a little bit more, but then it may be a struggle for bedtime. We'll find out. So currently my child is fighting the nap, so we'll figure out where it goes from there. So what is going on? Like, I feel like quite a bit of progress has been made since the last episode, so that's pretty cool. However, or would it be? Maybe there is no caveat. I have to laugh a little bit because I think I've worked on my Sizzle Pop shawl enough that it is crossed over from plenty of more knitting to go to not a lot of knitting remaining, so that may end up meaning I want to work on it more. Yeah, we'll see. And then also the case where because I am recording from a new computer, like, would it be? I'm not sure if the audio will be better or not. It's sort of hard to tell looking at this where the microphones are and if they're in a place that makes sense, but it certainly is pretty spiffy. Uh-oh. No, I'm just I've come across this stitch and realized that we may just have to redo it and call that close enough. You know, that moment where you're like, well, that wasn't what I wanted. But what is it? So yesterday was a lot of fun because we ended up going on an adventure to Point Reyes national seashore. I think it counts as a national seashore. So it is, I don't know, it's like an hour and a half. It's like an hour and a half drive, so nothing too crazy. But it was sort of like the case of like, okay, we live in this beautiful place. We should get out and enjoy it to a certain extent. So it seemed to work fairly well within the nap schedule and getting to get into the great outdoors. So it was a good day. Let's see. All right, done with this row. A little bit of repair done. So what was nice about doing that was I had like 3 hours uninterrupted knitting time, which was super lovely. And interestingly enough, this is starting to get like a little bit crowded, but yeah, it is definitely moving along. And if I look at my balls of yarn, like this is probably the last pattern repeat that I'm going to be doing on this before I end up running out of yarn. So we're definitely in more of like a yarn bar stage, which maybe I'm like a little bit bummed that my last pattern repeat will be one of the and the halves, but that's something that will more likely to only annoy me. And like quite a lot of progress from last time, so like as in comparison to the progress from the time before. So if we look at that, like, yeah, like even though this is growing, I guess it's not growing that fast. So definitely like a good wrapping size right now. We'll get a little bit more onto it, and then maybe I'll weigh it again. But like I checked like last Monday, and I was at like 25 grams per ball, and I feel like I'm further along now. Unfortunately, I foolishly left my gram scale at the glove box of the car, so we won't get a live check then. And then in other news, I have made some progress on the sleeve, so I think I have committed to re-knitting this sleeve, unfortunately. And then it is the case where I got more than 6 inches knit at knit night on Monday. Oops, that was my phone. I got more than 6 inches knit at knit night on Monday. And this is a problem. Oh my gosh, child doesn't want to go to sleep. So this is only a problem because I would have to rip back some rows. But it would be the case where I concluded that I was not going to make any decisions Monday night, but apparently I didn't make any decisions any other day. So I should make some decisions today about if I am going to be ripping back a little bit and then starting the ribbing. If I like the new decrease rate on the sleeve. So nothing too crazy, just a couple of things. So, but step number 1 was that I needed to get this onto a needle so that I could try it on, which I suppose I could do on the podcast today because it's gonna be pretty chill. But yeah, I've gone past the point that I've intended, so you can mostly see it sort of like here where we end up having a lot of pulling in from the ribbing. So let's just give it a shot. Let's just give it a shot. But yeah, I don't know. Or would it be? It would be the case where that ribbing certainly does make it more tight. But it was the case where what was it? Like, there's a little bit of a, like a mismatch there, basically, which boils down to my sweater is pulling towards this arm, and you can try to get this somewhere where I like it on me. So, or would it be? So it would be the case where it now has, would it be? It's still pretty low ease here. Would it be? But maybe probably more relaxed than the other sleeve. It's like Team Green versus Team Yellow also getting thrown because it's sort of weird. So, would it be just I'm like trying to figure out where it actually wants to lie exactly. So it would be the case where there is like plenty of ease here, so that means that this isn't it isn't in my armpit but sort of away from it. So I think I can agree with where it is right now, so that doesn't seem too crazy. It's gonna be a really lovely sweater when it's done. So I think what I'll end up doing is I'll take a measure and figure out how many rows I want to go back for, because I missed my mark by a 1/4 inch. Fix that. It means that we'll have marginally less decrease there, but yeah, I guess that's, we have, what does this actually measure when it's all stretched out? So when it's all stretched out, it's like 3 and 4.5 inches. Well, this is stretched all the way out. Maybe this is more like 5. So, like, is that actually where I want it to be? Maybe I've just added more variables. So in this case, I haven't missed my mark. So I guess that's something to think about too. Maybe I don't end up ripping out any of the knitting on this side. I guess we'll find out. So this is Poet by Sari Norland that I'm knitting out of Camellia Fiber Company, in contrast to Sizzle Pop, which I am knitting out of Suburban Stitcher. So, not too crazy, but that is an interesting question. Drop any stitches? No. Winning. So if I get this flat somehow again and pull out my tape measure, how far is this? Well, I guess that's reading about 6 now, maybe a little bit less, so I don't know. I'll have to decide. decide what exactly I want to do and how exactly I'm checking it. And okay. Yeah, this says I'm not there yet, so maybe there is like a certain amount of distortion. So, but I think I'm happier with how that's going right now, so that's good. It's probably okay. Let's see. So that's coming along. It doesn't look like it's gonna be done super soon, but who knows? I don't know if what I'll end up doing is or if it'll be the case where I decide to, or would it be like sometimes, for example, with this project, I will finish one project and then I'll start a new project and continue working on the other one. I think mostly this is because I was working on a gift and it's fine. But oftentimes what I'll end up doing is I'll have my two projects going, I'll finish one and then I'll focus on the other one and then I'll start two new projects. So, but I'm definitely at a bit of a loss in terms of what my new project would end up being. So, or I do know what one of them would be. I don't know what the other one would be. Maybe I do have to decide in a semi-timely manner because what is it? I'm going on a 2-week trip. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't want to do 2 sweaters. I'm definitely feeling, what is it? Definitely feeling, the desire to knit sweaters, maybe? I don't know. Or maybe I do want another shawl project. I feel like a hat is too small to even be worth it. So, it's gonna take a bit of thinking in terms of what is coming next. What is it that I want to do? Because it was funny because the black squirrel ended up contacting me. He was like, hey, you've sampled it in the past, would you like to sample knit again? And it was like, eh. Well, one of the things was it needed to be ready by next weekend, and that's no. So, but yeah, I don't know what I want to do next. Or maybe what needs to happen is I need to make sure that I have like my yarn wound, swatch knit, needles pulled for the next sweater, which will be woolen spun. Yeah, and I don't know. Would I want to have a scenario where I have like a colorwork sweater and a cable sweater going at the same time? It would definitely be different knitting for sure. Or maybe I just need to, or maybe it's the case where I need to approach this the other way, which is bringing along some yarn for more of like a Bambino size sweater, and like bang that out quickly. that might be a more realistic plan. So, and I figure that would end up being different enough. So, the crucial thing just be making some more room in my stash. So on the spinning front, very carefully bring this over. I am plying. So what you can see here is actually you can sort of see a glimpse of all of the colors that I have going at once. This one is actually one of the earlier ones in the sequence. So I'm already like a couple of colors in, so I think I'm now like on to my third or fourth colors now. Yeah, because I think I've fully transitioned to a couple different ones. So it'd be the case where I'm just working my way through the blues and teals. And this is how it's plying up. Oh wait, there we go. Oh, shadow. Oh, this isn't, I don't think it's gonna look, but this one is pink, blue, and yellow. But then we sort of have all of these different shades of blue and yellow and gray that are coming in here. And then what's hidden by the bobbin is I have maybe some that are a little bit more variegated. So I'm working this on my jumbo plier. This is my Hip Springs 2023 base 12 pack. So I'll have a 6-ounce game when I'm done, which is why I'm plying on my jumbo, because my regular bobbins can only hold 4, or my world record was 5. And I'm not going to test it. It's fine. So that is getting finished, and then when I'm done plying that, I will then work on the third ply of 5 in my sweater spin. And I think that one I still need to like break up the fiber for. So it's looking promising. And actually, my organization scheme for this yarn is confusing me right now. I don't know if things got rejiggered or what. But, so what I'm thinking about getting all wound up now is my flywheel. So this is a Harrisville Designs sport weight. These are all 50 gram skeins. So I will have to sit down and count up all of my fiber, make sure that I have the right amount for the size I want to do, and then start going to town. But it is such a gorgeous yarn. Yeah, so you can see, even though it is blue, it is made up of, it definitely has some like red, green, and purple in it, because it is dyed in the wool and spun yarn. Definitely, it would be, it has like a sponginess to it. I think that would be the best way to describe it. It's not like merino. It is not merino soft, but it's not like prickly either, if that makes sense. And so pretty. Like, this is gonna be such gorgeous cables. Am I in a mind place where cables go? Who knows? And then, or what is it? So that I think is my primary directive right now. Is take some of my woolen spun yarn and wind it maybe this weekend. But then can't even find it in the current organization scheme. But I am thinking about taking like my golden fleece. Am I seeing it? Perhaps it's here. Oh yeah, I put it in a bag with all my minis. So I am wondering if Golden Sheep Fibers, which they actually recently went out of business, and I ended up getting this for a song. I coveted it a few times before I ended up buying it. So this is Silky Merino. And so I will probably end up making a sweater from String Through. A very small sweater. And hopefully there might end up being quite a lot of color work in order to make that happen. So perhaps my organization scheme is not totally crazy because I kept my minis together. So that is the story there. And then I will be doing the Bay Area yarn crawl next weekend, but not the weekend after that because I'll be in Shenzhen. But whatever. Probably I don't think I'm gonna go any yarn adventures in Shenzhen. I might figure out how to go on a yarny adventure in Shanghai. We'll find out. It could just be a giant hot mess. We don't know. So, but yeah, it may be the case. I'll have to figure out what I'm gonna do. If I end up recording early next week, or end up recording next week instead of 2 weeks, so I can show anything I end up getting when I'm on the yarn crawl, or if what is it? We'll just have to figure out. Maybe I don't buy anything, or maybe I don't buy anything yarny, but we'll have to navigate whatever ends up happening. I guess it depends on how wild and crazy I am, but not too crazy. So, sounds like the guys are coming upstairs. So, with that, I hope you guys have a lovely week, and I look forward to talking to you guys soon. So, take care. Bye-bye.